Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609. Fixing to go to Ruidoso and buy my groceries. Why? Because they sell beer and wine there much cheaper than they do here in Capitan, New Mexico. What are we going to talk about this morning? Well, I'll tell you. Since I've been doing a little exercise in my plans, determining whether I want to stay on the road or live in a cabin or live in a tree house, it appears that, based on my limited research yesterday, checking RV parks, state parks in different states, that it's definitely getting more crowded out there in the RVing world. More people are chasing fewer and fewer spots. So, with that in mind, how should you address that? Well, option one would be to not go RVing at all. Just sit in your sticks and bricks and look out the window like a bird, and to hell with it. Another option would be to find you an RV park and become a long-time RVer at that RV park. You know what I mean? And I've done a little bit of all of that. And so your other options, of course, boondocking is always an option, and there's not a whole lot of people that do it. There's more than in the past, for sure, but there is a lot of government land, National Forest, Bureau of Land Management, etc. So it's not like that's going to be crowded anytime in the near future. I know it's probably the video's a little dark because it's a little overcast, but it's better than looking at me. So here we go to Ruidoso on, what is this, 48, I think. But I'm in no hurry, and it's a nice morning. Right now it shows to be 49 degrees. This is June the 1st, 2021. And for you guys that are going RVing or just starting, let's just say you're just picking up your new RV today and you're going to go see the Western USA. Well, I hope you have reservations. And as far as that 1,000 trails stuff and all that, that's your choice, and all those clubs you can get into, that's totally your choice. I've never done them. I've never been a member of any of them, so I really can't speak from experience. Some people get their money back by through savings. Some don't. But as far how will that impact the crowded situation now? I don't know that it will affect that at all, because that just means there will be more memberships in those groups. Therefore, those parks that you can go to will probably be a little more crowded. So, you're just going to have to plan ahead. And when I say plan ahead, I'm not talking about 2 or 3 months ahead. I'm talking about a year ahead. And you'll have to really understand the cancellation policies for the RV parks that you're interested in, state parks, national parks, etc. Now, state parks typically, or at least the ones I've dealt with, if you cancel a reservation, it's like a $10 cancellation fee, and that's it. And that's not too bad. I feel like that's fair. And besides that, that goes to the national or that state park group, and they probably could use the money to maintain the parks. So but plan ahead for as long as you can. Right now, I think in Texas and in New Mexico too, you can reserve sites 5 or 6 months in advance. And if you're going to be traveling in those areas, I would highly recommend that you do that, because in New Mexico, most of the state parks have a few or several first come, first served sites. That means you can arrive there and take that campsite without a reservation. Is that good? Yeah, it can be. That's all I've ever done, because I just didn't like the idea of making reservations, because then I was owned by the reservation, so to speak, in that I felt compelled to be at that state park, national park, or whatever on that day, and so I kind of had to build my plans around that. But when you're just using the first come, first serve sites, you go anywhere you want to. You're free as a bird. You just arrive somewhere and hope you get lucky. And I seem like I always did, because I arrive early, and I still recommend that as just a matter of course, that you plan on arriving at your destination before 2 p.m. All right, because if you start getting there at 4, 5, 6, 7, and later p.m., then your chances of finding a first come, first serve site is reduced by 90%. Just those, but again, this is beautiful. This is a beautiful area out here in New Mexico. A lot of people like this. So New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, other places where it's cool in the summers, they're going to be busy. Now, if you really want to trick them, and I don't know that it will work either because I've checked, you could go to South Texas in the summer. Probably find something pretty reasonable there because the temperature is going to be 100 degrees. But even those parks, I checked on some state parks in South Texas, and yeah, if you want a weekend and it's on water, you're not going to get it. Nope. But so basically, plan ahead. How far is ahead? 5 or 6 months minimum, a year preferably in these times. How long is this going to last? Folks, it appears to me that this is just a new trend. Will it be a bubble and burst? It'll go up really high and burst. I don't know that we're going to have a bubble burst. I'm sure that we will have a decline, because you've got a lot of people that just jumped in there and bought them an RV, and now they're finding out that all that glitters is not gold. So not most, but some of them, I would guess a third, will either give it up altogether or just move into a home base or an RV site full time, and as far as staying on the road, they won't. Because it's not easy. I mean, the illusion is that, you just wake up every morning into this beautiful climate and the insects don't bother you, and, it's just peace and harmony all the time. When in reality, like here in Capitan on the Bureau of Land Management land right now, they've had quite a bit of rain here, and it's a mess. It's muddy out there, so I know some people out there right now that are thinking, Jesus, now I got to get out of here on this old muddy road. Yeah, you do, if you want to go anywhere. So, yeah, this is a beautiful part of the world here, and this is the monsoon season for this area of New Mexico and other parts probably. This is the high desert. June is a rainy month, and also June is usually the hottest month in this part of the United States. July and August start to, they level off, so to speak. It's not much different. But having said that, ladies and gentlemen, I've got my dark chocolate almonds. I'm cruising down the highway, enjoying myself. I hope you are too. And yeah, we'll keep the adventure. The adventure continues for me. I mean, I'm on the road now. When do I plan to go back to Texas? I don't have a plan. I could go back soon, and then I could stay here through September. I don't know. I don't know. It's just how I feel. I'll just let it go, and that I like that feeling. And of course, I have or am paying for that RV site in Llano, Texas, by the year. Basically, it's $3,900 a year or $325 a month. But to get the good rate, you have to pay 4 months at a time, and so I do that. And that'll work well if I decide to build a cabin, because to build the cabin probably will take 5 months from the very beginning to the very end. But during that 5-month period, the 2 or 3 months I can move my RV on to the lot. Once they get the road in, the foundation down, the water and electric and sewer are are there at the lot or at the foundation, then I can move my RV on there and be in compliance with the city ordinance. They say 60 days, but I'm sure 90 days wouldn't hurt. And so I may be there on the lots for the whole building of the cabin or the bulk of it. And I would enjoy that because I can, do videos for my benefit to watch the progress and the quality, so forth. And you might enjoy seeing the erection or the building of a small cabin. But anyway, guys, from New Mexico on a cloudy day, it's supposed to be, partly cloudy, mainly showers in the afternoon. But anyway, thumbs up, guys. Carpe diem means seize the day in Latin. Carpe diem, adios. Bye-bye, buy anything you want, anytime. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all of my videos. Why? Well, it doesn't cost you a penny. If you're going to buy something from Amazon, use the link. I appreciate it. Some of you are and have, and I appreciate that. And what else? Drink plenty of water, stretch, walk, stand guard at the door of your mind, keep your health. You know the drill, all those things that you can do yourself to keep yourself healthy and enjoy your life, because you're in charge of you. Nobody else is. That doctor's not in charge of you. Some silly diet plan is not in charge of you. You're in charge of you. You know what you can do. And Google is an amazing resource for all kind of information. Use it to your benefit and enjoy your life. Take charge of your life. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye.